Question 2 from the study guide for Unit 6. The lines described by the following equations are perpendicular. What is the value of A? This problem involves three things: knowing how to identify the slope in linear equations, understanding the relationships between the slopes of perpendicular lines, and being able to solve equations. The slope of a linear equation is the coefficient of the x. It's whatever is multiplied by the x. So for the first one, the slope is going to be 5a minus 8. I know that's not a number, it's an expression, but it's still multiplied by x, so that's our slope. The second one, it's a little easier to see that 1/6 is our slope. Great, those will come in handy in just a moment. But next we need to remember that the slopes of perpendicular lines are opposite reciprocals of each other. So if the slope of one line was 1 over z, the slope of the other would be the opposite reciprocal, meaning the negative reciprocal. Reciprocal means flip it. If it's a fraction, flip it, and then change the sign if it's positive, make it negative, so it'd be negative z. Okay, so what this means is that the problem is telling us that these lines are perpendicular, which means that 5a minus 8 and 1/6 are opposite reciprocals of each other. So we can write this in an equation, which says that 5a minus 8 equals the opposite reciprocal of 1/6, which is negative 6. You can solve that for a, right? So you should get a equals 2 over 5, or a equals 0.4. You can check that out, see if you get that answer. And if you have any questions, message me on Remind.